Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everyone. My name is Richard Lewis Brown, the Local 1000 president. Today is August 30th, 2021. This is the first of many videos I will do today. And as you know, we had our new VP of Bargaining sworn in yesterday, Irene Green. Congratulations, Irene. We are now 4 statewide officers, along with David Jimenez, Secretary Treasurer, and Annika Was, our Organizing and Representation VP. All right, so let me get to this. I'm not sure if anyone knows this, but everyone's going to know. Some of the members of the board of directors for Local 1000, who are, quote, DLC presidents and current bunk chairs, they are trying to, quote, take away all of my powers as the president. They hate me so much. They hate what I stand for, my integrity and my transparency so much. They're trying to take away all of my powers and create a new position on the board called a chair. That's what they're doing. They hate me so much. They disrespect you so much because they don't respect you. They don't respect the vote of the, quote, membership. So when they tell you that they're all about the members, that's not quite true, if any of that part is true. Let me say it for you again. They're attempting to force a special meeting, some of the board of directors, and they're going to, quote, change the policy file through a majority vote of the board and the bylaws and create a new position called the chair. And the chair will, quote, be really the president of Local 1000, even though the chair was not elected by the dues-paying membership. This is the madness that's going on in Local 1000. Praise God. Praise God through Jesus Christ. They hate me so much that they're going to disrespect your vote. They cannot accept the fact that I beat the incumbent. Okay? I beat her. They cannot accept the fact that I'm giving you transparency on all of our meetings now, so you can see what is the problem. They hate me so much. And I'm going to show you tonight at 6 p.m. on my Facebook Live. I'm going to show you again how much they hate me and how much they disrespect you. Oh, I'm fired up this morning. They're doing everything. They're working around the clock to, quote, remove all of my powers. In fact, once they try to do this, if they are successful in forcing a special meeting, if they are successful in doing all of these changes, all 10 changes, to, quote, match my, quote, 10-point platform, I will not be your chief negotiator on the next contract. My voice will be eliminated. I will not be your spokesman for Local 1000. That is what they're trying to do. Because I'm an outspoken black man in America who is fighting the status quo of this great country in this union called Local 1000. They hate me so much, they had to send the police to my house on May 25th. They hate me so much, they tried to do a protest to prevent me from, quote, becoming the president. They hate me so much that they're trying this stunt. They hate me so much that nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they're on Facebook, on YouTube, telling you lies over and over and over again. Lie number 1, I'm trying to destroy the union. That's a lie. Lie number 2, I'm paying Tony Owens while he's on union leave. That's a lie. Lie number 3, I'm working with the Freedom Foundation. A lie. Lie, 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 lie. Because I talk to people who are, quote, outside the normal union realm. They say that I'm trying to destroy the union. No. All this energy they're using to change the policy file, to take away my powers, to eliminate my voice altogether, to eliminate all of the decisions I've made so far, if that is use that same energy to enforce our contract, you wouldn't have lost 2 days of pay for a whole year. That same energy, if they would have used that, we wouldn't have gone through that furlough situation. We would have went on strike. That same energy, we would have lost money in 2010 and 2012, one-day POP. If they had that same energy, that same energy, we'd be a strong Local 1000. I'm fired up. They think that I'm just going to roll over. Lassen County. Where are you, Lassen County? I know you don't roll over, and that's why I'm backing you up. I'm protecting your jobs in Lassen County. Represent employees, at CCC and High Desert. That's another reason why they're trying to eliminate me. They don't want me working with people up there because they look down on the people of Lassen County. Everyone is my equal. That's how God created me, to treat everyone with love and respect in this great country. Unfortunately, we have people on the board who don't love and respect you. In fact, one of those people, called Teresa Taylor, who is now the DLC 787 president over in FTB, the same person that told me to, quote, suck a dick, after her daughter that she raised said to eat a dick. So, like mommy, like daughter. She's part of this situation where they're trying to change the policy file. See, this is the evilness and the racism and the sexism and the homophobic slurs that they threw at me. And then they tell you he's distracted. No, I'm still fighting because I can multitask. I thought that when you interview for the state of California, managers ask you this question. They ask you the question, can you multitask? Can you handle confrontational, difficult situations? Can you prioritize your work assignments? Yes, Richard Lewis Brown can do all of that. Oh, don't give up, Heather. Don't give up. Come on. I got you covered, Heather. I'm telling you this. They're not going to shut my voice down. They're not going to censor me in this great country that I was going to die for, U.S. Air Force. They're trying to shut me down because I'm fighting for you to have the choice on this COVID situation. They're trying to shut me down because of my faith in God through Jesus Christ. Ishmael, Isaac, I hope you're listening. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the two older brothers. I'm talking to you. To those who believe in a positive mindset. I believe in a positive mindset just like you. I am not going to quit. I am not going to give up. And to those who voted for me when you thought I couldn't win, and then, through the grace of God, I won, and then you said to yourself, he probably won't do the things he said he was going to do. And now you're shocked because I'm doing them. And I don't say everything I'm doing on Facebook because I have a strategy, smart people. I'm standing by what I said, and I'm continuing to put my faith in God and Jesus Christ. I don't care what these people say about me. They are not going to make me buckle. And that's why they despise me and they hate me. And they sent the police to my house where I could have lost my life. But through the grace of God, the police did not stereotype me as a black man. When they use that racist statement, there's a woman in my house screaming. And how many times in this great country has a black man lost his life because of, quote, a woman stated that her personal life was violated by a black man? I told you I wasn't going away. See, they're trying to crush me to eliminate the voice of the dues-paying membership. They always tell you they're for the members. No, they're for themselves, some of these so-called Local 1000 presidents. And let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to bring all the news media in on this one. We are not going away. You voted the way you were supposed to vote. Vote in this great country. You were given that privilege to vote, and you voted me in. I'm doing my job. And because I'm doing my job, now some of the board members want to circumvent the process. And they want to create a new position called the chair. And the chair will, quote, be the president. That's what they're trying to do to you. When we have this special meeting, I want everybody to show up. And it's not going to be, quote, by Zoom. We are going to give these people holy hell. In the meantime, in between time, I'm still fighting for permanent telework. Don't get it twisted. I'm still fighting to make sure that we understand that our 30 days meet and confer on this COVID situation is not violated. Yeah, I'm multitasking. I'm in a great mood this morning. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? And don't be worried about if I'm sleeping good at night. Don't worry about all that. I'm sleeping just great at night. I'm eating just great. Can't you tell? If you want to know what your DLC president is doing, go on our website. You know, the website that's opened up, where you can click on your DLC and see who your DLC president is, send that person, him or her, an email saying, what are you doing? People have been asking me, why are they trying to recall you, Richard? They're trying to recall me, which is, quote, 20% of the entire dues paying membership of 55,900 people. That's why they're trying to recall me. Because I'm doing what I said I was going to do. You said, well, can we recall the DLC presidents? You sure can. Look in your DLC. Find out who your DLC president is. Find out if there's 20% of the people in your DLC who are willing to recall him or her because they're disrespecting the vote of the entire dues paying membership. See, I'm coming out tonight, this morning, should I say, but I'm just getting started because you know they're on Facebook telling lies after lies after lies about me. You already heard them say, recall Richard Lewis Brown. They're haven't given me a full 6 months, and they're already saying recall me. But who can play that game? You hear them talking about that. Now, I'm asking you to not lose hope. Don't stop believing. Keep your faith. Stay by my side. Let me do my job. But if you know that some of these board people are trying to, quote, change the policy file to eliminate your vote, then you have to do what you have to do. Now, I'm trying to keep the union together. And I want you to understand how this sophisticated strategy is. Because we're not involved in politics, unless it's germane to our contract, such as the CalPERS situation about our pensions, they are trying everything they can to run me out as fast as possible. There's a reason for that. And there's people behind the scenes sitting back watching, hoping that this works the way they want it to work. So that even though the incumbent may have lost, she's still wielding power from behind the scenes. See, when you see people on Facebook lying about me over and over and over again, they're trying to control the narrative on Facebook. And if you remember, during my campaign, they could not control the narrative on me except when they would throw me off the Facebook pages. They would censor me because they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the truth. And the truth, the righteous truth that I'm giving it to you was the same yesterday, it's the same today, and it's the same tomorrow. It's not that situational humanism, secular truth. There's a difference. When you love somebody and you say you're going to fight for their jobs, you're going to enforce their contract, that's what you do. It doesn't matter about emergency or non-emergency. You love them and you fight for their contract and you make sure you enforce that contract. It doesn't matter. And then when you see that so many people refuse to vote in this election or refuse to vote in our local 1,000 elections, there's a reason for that. And now they see what I'm going through and they're saying, see, this is what we were talking about. This is why we don't trust Local 1000. And this is why you had to do a revote for the VP of bargaining. You had to spend $360,000 that we should not have had to spend. But all that's coming to an end too. All this money we've been spending on our elections throughout the years, that gross amount of money, oh, I got it now. When you see people like Paul Koch on Facebook doing a lot of talking, there's a reason why. Because he knows I've caught him. There's a reason why. See, I talked about this in my platform point. Good, clean, fair elections, being transparent. See, I've caught them. And that's why they're trying to get me up out of here as fast as they can. That's why they're doing all these things. These people have never respected our dues paying members because they've never respected all of our people. See, some of our board people, they're only going to respect you if you go along with what they tell you to think. See, they've got you convinced that I'm argumentative, I'm angry, I won't work with nobody. That's a lie. Our SBAC, December 11th and 12th. Our regular board meeting the next week in December. They told you I had eliminated all of that. That was a lie. They just didn't get as fast as they wanted because you have a new president. And there's a lot of hot button issues going on right now. And it takes time to do things really clear and professional. But see, they're on Facebook. And when these people are always on there saying all these lies about me, you can't get mad. You got to go right back at them. Now, normally I do it myself, but as you know, I'm doing a lot of things right now. We will not allow them to control the narrative on Facebook. Don't let the Scott B. Phillips and these, quote, DLC President 767 Richard Wake, don't let these people fool you. They're complete liars, and the truth is not in them, if it ever was in them. They are doing what they were created to do, cause confusion, cause chaos, cause dissension, try to convince you that I was sent here by the Freedom Foundation. You know doggone well I'm not working with no Freedom Foundation. When they tell you, well, how do you print out those beautiful brochures? Because I manage my money. I'm financially disciplined. The same way I paid my college education through hard work and financial discipline. The same way I served the Air Force. I want everyone, you better start talking to your coworkers and let them know this person is the real deal. You can tell I'm the real deal by how they're trying to run me out of here, how they're trying to change the policy file, how they're trying to eliminate my voice. See, by eliminating my voice, what they're doing is they're eliminating your voice. And what they're really doing is they're eliminating hope to, quote, create a new culture, to get rid of the status quo. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. I am not going to get bullied. They are not going to intimidate me. They cannot manipulate me. They think they're so much better than me because they think they're so much better than you. I am your representative, duly elected. See, back in the prior elections, the incumbent destroyed people. There are people who have lost to her running for president in prior elections who have still not recovered from it. Here's the problem. You can't destroy Richard Lewis Brown. God has a special destiny for me. You cannot break me. You think you can? Try again. That's why they're doing everything they can, and they're working around the clock. So when you say, Richard, slow down a little bit, are my enemies slowing down? Are my enemies taking a break on Facebook? No, they're not. They're doing their job. I'm going to do my job too. I need you to help me. You must communicate to everyone in our union. Let them know what is going on. You must contact the news media. When have you ever seen someone tell a leader, a state employee tell another state employee to eat a dick, suck a dick, and not lose their job? And when they tell you, Richard makes everything about race, hold on a second now. Do you really think I could have told two white women to eat a dick and suck a dick and keep my job? Huh? Do you really think that? If you think that I could have told two women, they don't have to be white women, but I want to put that touch on it because this is a racial thing. See, you have black people and then you have real black people. And I'm a real one. 7 days a week. 7 days to start life, 7 days to end life. To the four corners of the earth. Richard Lewis Brown, Richard Lewis Brown, Richard Lewis Brown. I am here. These statements that were made about me, that told you how they really felt. And someone said, Richard, you got underneath their skin. Oh, no. No, I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. And so they tell you, oh, the votes were split. He won by default. No, that was God. See, God gave me the dream that I would be here. See, they'll have all these excuses. But when she won by default, when she won with less than 30%, 20% of the vote, it was no problem. See, you have to watch these people. Go back and count the numbers from 2021, 2018, and 2015. Count the numbers. Those numbers have been going downhill for years because people are sick of Local 1000. They've lost hope. They don't think the union's fighting for them. But when I show up on the scene, you know I'm fighting for you. You don't have to, you may not like my delivery, but the one thing you'll say, if I was in a fight, call Richard or Richard. Call him up because he'll show up. He's silly. But I'll help you. All these so-called highly professional, highly dignified people, do you trust them? If they were so dignified and so smart, then why have you lost money all these years? Why? Because they don't care. They'd rather sit up and tell you that politicians are your bosses instead of telling you we have a union and this is a 50-50 relationship. When someone tells you the politics and the politicians are your bosses, then you don't have a union. And you wonder why we have so many non-members who don't want to be bothered. Okay, so this is where it's at. They're trying to, run me out of here any which way but loose. But they got a fight on their hands. What I'm asking you to do, contact your colleagues, Get on the phone and call them. And tell them what they're trying to do. And let them know that we're not going to take this sitting down. I told Lassen County I would stay by their side with this union or without this union. And I stand by what I say. See, there's so many things that are going on because I'm fighting the status quo. And they hate it. You should contact the news media. You should let them know what they're trying to do to this man, a man of color. And when all these people were doing all this talk last summer about Black Lives Matter, because black people wanted to be treated with fairness and respect in this country, starting with our interaction with the police. Now you see a black man fighting for everyone. I'm not fighting for black people. I'm fighting for everyone equally. And they hate it because they want to keep our country racially divided. Racially divided, financially divided, COVID divided. Everything they can to keep us divided. Because they hate me so much for what I stand for the fact that God sent me here. See, you got to have a lot of courage. You got to have a lot of tenacity to say that God sent you somewhere. And I'm telling you this. I am not lying to you. All these things they're saying on Facebook about me doing all these things wrong in the union, they're absolute 1,000% lies. And I'm going to start going at these people and calling them out. The fact that I'm not paying out them salary stipends, they hate that. This is a volunteer position out of love, a labor of love. But they hate that I don't pay out those salary stipends. They hate that I want to do a 2-term limit for all elected positions. They hate all of these things about me, making people job stewards. All these folks who become job stewards in the last 2 months, who is they? Here, let me say their names for you. I already told you Teresa Taylor. Here's another name. Beth Bartell. She's a DLC president, 768. Robert Gilbert, DLC president, 721. Bill Hall, William Hall, 744. Kevin Healy, he's another DLC president that's trying to do all this evilness. Oh, well, look at here. Jerome Washington, up there. Jerome Washington. Now, he's up there in I want to say 749. They have the wrong DLC for him, but, you know, people make mistakes. He's trying to change all this, create all this madness, okay? So all those people up there in 749 in Pelican Bay, all you people I've been talking to, this is what your president is doing. And when you're asking me to come up there and talk to you, do you really want me to come up there? Because your president doesn't care for me. I hope all the people out there in Pelican Bay, CDCR, you better start calling up to Pelican Bay and tell them what their DLC president's trying to do to me. Okay? Ruth Kiker. And she's in, Ruth Kiker, they really screwed this up. They got the wrong, oh my goodness. They got to get their stuff straight. They got her in 787. Teresa Taylor's in 787. Anyway, and then finally, Francina Stevenson. Yeah, he's a black man, Nicole Chris, Jerome Washington. But like I said, you have African Americans, and then you got real ones. See, you got a real one in front of you right now, Nicole Chris. Francina Stevenson, the person that begged me to put her on the chair of the Native American Committee. Begged me, and I did it because I can work with people. But see, all this evilness that these people are doing, all of it, evilness, because they're afraid. They're afraid of the reality. Oh, hold on. Nicole Chris, color has nothing to do with it. That's a lie, Nicole Chris. See, when they say stuff like that about color has nothing to do with it, that's a lie. When they called and said there was a woman in my house screaming the history of black men in America who have lost their lives because of women, white women, that's a lie. It has everything to do with race in this. And I'm going to start calling you people out for the hypocrisy and the lies that you're saying on Facebook. I'm not giving you no break on this. See, when you have a black person that does follow suit, that doesn't do anything confrontational, that's an acceptable African American. But when you have a real black person that's fighting against the, quote, status quo like Dr. King did, like Malcolm X did, like Marcus Garvey did, Medgar Evers. See, those are real black folks. Don't get confused with fake black folks with real black folks. Like I told you, mama's black boy, this dark chocolate runs deep. Don't come at me talking this morning, Nicole Chris. You got the wrong one. And you're probably one of those same people who was marching with the Black Lives Matter, acting like you cared. Woo, don't get me going this morning. I'm in that mood swing this morning. I mean every word that I say. No, don't try to back up now, Nicole. No, get that out of here. So again, this is who I am, Richard Lewis Brown. Yeah, you don't know me either, Nicole Chris, but you should know me. See, all these people want to get on here and run their mouth. Notice how I'm responding to Nicole Chris. So when Richard Wake tells you I'm afraid to, quote, debate him, are you kidding me? He don't want this. He don't want this. He is acting like so many entitled people in our union. They think they know everything. They don't. They're not fighting to enforce our contract. He's fighting for what he believes in, which is only centered upon his own little personal beliefs. I'm fighting for everyone in this union equally, starting with Lansing County. I'm going to wrap this up, but I'm going to start doing multiple videos again, and you're going to see them intensify on Facebook. Keep bringing it. Okay? They said, get off Facebook. You don't need to be on Facebook. Please. That's how I won the election. Off Facebook. All these smart people who tell me campaigning's one thing, governing's another. Let me tell you something. Life is a campaign. Your whole life is a campaign. Just ask your spouse. I'm not married. But all you husbands out there, you know every day you wake up, you're campaigning to keep your wife happy. If you ain't, you better. It's always a campaign in life, a campaign of courage, a campaign to have a courageous conversation in confrontational situations, a campaign of life. And because I still call people back, I still respond to my emails, but now I'm the president, I'm supposed to walk away from all that? No, no. I campaigned and I asked you, I nearly begged you to vote for me. And now that I'm here, they want me to change. Nope, I still call people back. I needed you then, and I still need you now. And I will always need you. That's how that works. See, you've never had a real Local 1000 president. You've never had that. But now you got one. You got one. So I'm going to call out all these DLC presidents who put these policy file changes in. And I'm going to keep calling them out. And those people in those DLCs, you can go to our website, SIU1000.org, and look these people up and start sending them massive emails and say, what are you doing? Because they're telling you that they're representing your voice. No, they're not. They're representing themselves. I think we're done this morning, but I'm not done for today. I got a lot of work to do. I'll see you this evening at 6 p.m. Facebook Live, RL Brown. Look for me again, because I'm going to show you their hypocrisy and their lack of love for you and their evilness. I'm going to show you tonight at 6 p.m. Oh, yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'm going to prove to you that they're only worried about themselves. Whole new way of doing things here at Local 1000. The status quo is over. All right. My name is Richard Lewis Brown, your Local 1000 president. Thank you for watching this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.